Up, my folks. My little puppy Trouble. He's growing up nice. He's doing good for me. He's almost chain broke now. He's still staying in the kennel, but he's been living on the chain a few hours here and there every day. That's how you got to do it. Real slow with him. You know, he's like today. I noticed he's already starting to hike his leg. He's getting his confidence up. He's starting to act like a little bulldog. Pretty good for a little young one. I like him. I like the way he looks. He's built good. He's got a thick ass hide. He's real brave. Like he's real brave to animals. He ain't scared of nothing. He acts like he's the man already. Little shit. I like him. He's pretty cool. But I actually like this is a pretty good little. See, he's starting to hike his leg. He's still squatting a little bit, but he hiked it high earlier. That's Alabama blue ball blood for y'all that was wondering. But anyway, let's talk about some breeding. I've seen some questions about like inbreeding. Okay. All right, an inbreeding is brother, sister, daddy, daughter, mother, son, half brother, sister. You know what I'm saying? From the same exact dogs. When you're breeding off, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Line breeding, it would be like, say, like you using just red boy. There's so many strands of red boy. Say you're a line bred red boy dog would say be something like a Cottingham, a Cruise Rocky, a fucking you know, like a Bingo to a Hunter Red. You know what I'm saying? It's a red. It's the family. I watch you take a shit, but you know what I mean? But they're from different strands. That's line breeding. All right, it's in the same line, but it is you know what I'm saying? From different strains of it. Okay, and then I had some questions about what I think about inbreeding and brother-sister breeding, if I've ever done it. I have done it. I've done it a few times. Okay, and I'm explaining the only reason I would do it ever is if you have a family of dogs that you can't find another strain that you can trust to hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done it. I'll go ahead and tell you about the first time I did it. The first time I did it was a strain of dogs that I could not get any more like them. Okay? They were out there, but the people would not fucking come off of anything. You couldn't get a stud, you couldn't get a pup, or none of this shit off these dogs. And I mean, and I had it real heavy and good. But what it was is I wanted to keep it. I was wanting another litter. I wanted to preserve it for a cross. So I did a brother-sister breeding. Okay, what they were is a Jeep. I mean real Jeep too, not no bullshit, just pretty papers. These were it was a granddaughter of Jeep. I took a granddaughter of Jeep, bred to a double bred that was Jeep. It was a double bred. Her dang sire was double bred Jeep. He was Jeep back to a daughter of his. That's what he was. And then it was him back to a double bred, like half brother sister, midnight cowboy Chivo blood. Okay, I took that, and then I bred it back to my pure. I had a pure Ramsey's male that Mr. Ray Ramsey's bred. And I took them made awesome fucking dogs. It was pretty much heavy Bullison bred type dogs. You know what I mean? But they were fucking perfect, man. Them dogs, it was line bred on Bullison. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of Bullison dogs in there. But it was different strands of it. And, you know, I don't know what Chiba, I've heard stories of Chiba. Who the fuck cares? All I know is that shit hit good together. But, so I took them and had real good dogs off of it. I mean, real good. Good as they come. I mean, there was nothing, dogs didn't lack nothing. So I brother-sistered them because you couldn't get none of them strains. People wouldn't fucking sell them. None of the strands I had, you know what I mean, the same families. I mean, they were peddling Jeep blood and they were peddling Bullison blood, but I mean, those particular strands that I was looking for, you couldn't get. And so I brother-sistered them. What I got was They didn't lose anything. That family that time could hold it together. It didn't lose a damn thing. It gained mouth is what they did. Them son of a bitches could really bite good. You know what I mean? They was good biting dogs. And real durable and deep fucking game. They had pretty damn good wind too. You know, they were a total package type dog. Real total package dogs. So I was like, man, these are really handling inbreeding, you know, in my mind. Because really, if you think about it, in today's time, it sounds tight bred, but back then, in my mind, it didn't look that tight bred. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because we really did inbreed our families together a lot. So, and they held, but we've done it, you do it so long, you go back to back, you start losing. But, so then, those dogs were good. That was my good results. And I ended up fucking it up because I went back with a sire to one of the little bitch pups off of that, and ended up, they blew apart then. That's when it went to shit. But they were still, you know what I mean? They were coming out, the defects was deaf. They were getting undershotty. They just short wind, just starting to be a little stupider. You know what I mean? They lost their intelligence. Them other ones were smart. And you know what I mean? They weren't, it just fell apart then. And that's what happens a lot of time when you brother-sister dogs. Now, I wouldn't never do it again. That was the one time I did it with good results. I won't even tell you about all the times of bad results. And there's nothing worse than raising up dogs that just ain't worth a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because when you brother-sister them, you better keep all of them. You don't just brother-sister them to sell puppies. That ain't how it works. You know what I mean? Because that shit is a real gamble. Sometimes it don't work good at all. Come on, let's do another little talk. Little walk around. Come on. I'm trying to get him real used to staying without pulling me every damn where. Come on, good boy. But I've done it several times and it didn't work worth a shit. As far as like half brother, half sister, I do that regular. It seems to hold together better. And sometimes you still gain that freak mouth. You still gain that freak drive in them and all that. You know, as long as you keep everything else going, you're pretty good to go. The daddy-daughter, I do like, that's my favorite way to do inbreeding. If I'm going to inbreed, take the sire back to a female off of him. I've had real good results with that on a lot of different strands. You know what I'm saying? A lot of strains hold together good with, you know, daddy-daughter breedings. Them work good. Now, I've done the son back to the dame before too. You know what I mean? And I don't suggest doing that. I mean, you know, you got to experiment to learn. My experience with it was horrible. And the blood was real good blood. You know what I mean? You couldn't blame it on the blood. It was just, they can only go so far. You know what I mean? You start getting bad shit. You inbreed on all the bad traits too. So if your bad starts outweighing the good, you're fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But like, I wouldn't do it again. Like, just for instance, we had this dog sister too. You know what I'm saying? Say every dog, I couldn't find no more of these. Like, I really like these dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm really liking them. I want to go ahead and breed them. You know, that's where I'm going with, you know. So, and I look around, I can't find none. You know what I'm saying? Then I might take and breed him back to his sister to keep them to see, and then outcross them and see what you can do. But then I damn sure wouldn't take an offspring off of that and breed it back to him. It'll fall apart. I know I see papers all the time bred like that, and just take that shit with a grain of salt. Inbreeding's a sketchy thing. It can be good or bad. You know, you just got to remember that. You get all the bad too. That's why you got to really look deep in these dogs. You know what I'm saying? Really look deep in these dogs. And like with this dog, I kind of like how he's bred, and I like how he's acting. He's a good dog, you know, myself. And I also like the fact that if he is everything I want, and I do want to breed to him later on, I will be able to find offspring down from that stuff. And I know people that have this blood, and it's around, you know what I'm saying? Some of our other stuff that we run, it requires a little more inbreeding than you would need with a line. There's really no sense to inbreed too heavy with any of the lines that are popular. Sometimes you got to inbreed on these old school lines just to keep them going. But some of these more popular lines, there's no reason to brother-sister breed. That's my opinion on it. If you can find something, find it, dude. It's better paying a stud fee than fucking up a litter and wasting 2 years and dog food money and all that shit, guys. Trust me on that. I've done it. I've done it. I mean, I've had so many dogs, I'd be going out shooting game for them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that now. I can't. I don't have my back can't take that shit no more. You know, I can only keep what I can keep. But yeah, I've raised up enough where we would even go out and kill game for them. I mean, shit, just to keep the yard fed with meat, you know, whatever meat we could kill. So I know all about raising bunches of litters, and you know, I've tried. I think years ago the inbred dogs just held together more because they were from families that was actually making crosses more open, you know. Now the families have kind of gotten tight again, and that's what I think a lot of them fall apart after just a couple generations of trying to inbreed. So just be careful. Like I said, if you have something that you can go out and get you a stud somewhere, go do that. You'll be better off. Find one that's producing good, what you want or what you really need, that's in the same family, you know. Do that and you'll be better off. That's my opinion on it, guys. Y'all take care and y'all keep on bulldogging.